Welcome back, guys. My name's Sick Bear. Yeah, if you guys made it to the end last episode, fortunate things happened like that. I didn't expect it to happen the way it did, so that's why I included the warning at the beginning of the video of the last one. So appreciate you for that. But getting back into this, see where it leads off to, man. I'm not too sure how long this is going to be now that this situation came up. So figure it out. We can stay at this place, Chief, while they take care of that situation. Understandable. Good idea. This place is nice. There they are. I think I can sneak behind those bushes and hear them. Sneaky dog. Magnus. Yes, Chief. This kind of situations are common in Kinoff. Oh, great. No, Chief. They are very rare. Good. But yeah, let's try to keep it like, yeah. We haven't had one in months. Okay. It's so sad when it happens. And it's always horrible. I can't even imagine what drives a person to consider doing that to themselves. For a long time, I was like you. My mind couldn't imagine such things either. But then I reached to the bottom of the well myself, and that thought came to my mind. What is he talking about? What? Are you kidding? Right, Chief? I wish I was, but no. I know that dark place myself. If my brother hadn't come to help me that day, I probably wouldn't be here. What? But why? That's horrible. Why did you thought about that? I spent too much time alone. It's the simplest way I can describe it. My home, once filled with the voice and laughs from my wife and my sons, was silence. Our night scenes that used to be covered in sunlight, covered with dust, mildew, and rust. In the kitchen was delicious smells used to come, and only came the smell of rotten food. The beautiful garden that my wife cared so much about was dry and dying. I remember the piles of toys that used to be in the ground in the corners, and I also remember the piles of bottles that replaced them. I slowly abandoned my home, my life, myself. Week after week, I stopped caring about everything. I only came home to sit on my couch, to drink and watch TV until I fell asleep. I was kind of in a stage of indifference, and I didn't want to see what was happening with my life. But in a moment of sudden revelation, where my old self came out from a different version of me, I remember the wonderful things I used to have, and the family I noticed I have lost them, maybe forever. Since that moment, surrounded by the course of my beautiful life I used to have, those awful thoughts started to come frequently. Being completely alone, after 1 year, changed my entirely, destroyed the man I used to be. A psychiatrist told me that. She had to do a great effort to bring me back from the dark pit. And with the help of my brother and my best friend, I was able to recover. I really haven't admitted fully to my brother that if I had arrived a little later that day, he wouldn't have found me alive. Damn, dude. You can't be serious, Dad. Can't be serious. Yeah. See what you do, Tommy? Emily, come here. Oh, shit. Emily. Yes, Mom, I'm here. Are you comfortable in your bed? Do you want me to call the nurse? My sweet Tommy, that won't be necessary. Just promise me one thing. Yes, Mom. Promise me you'll never leave your father alone. Ever. Don't leave him alone, not even when he gets old, very old. Yes, Mom, I promise. But don't give up yet, Mom. We still have hope. You'll be there with him, with us, for many years. Won't you? Tommy, never forget your promise. Please. If there's anything in this world that your father can't handle well, is being alone. I'm really worried What would happen to him if he stayed for too long alone? He won't admit it, but that could destroy him. It could make him do bad things. Okay, Mom. Never leave him alone. Are you really serious? God damn, dude. Yes, I am. That's why I need a bit of air out of the car. Remember those times? It's hard. But you're good now, Chief. Yes, I am. I'm a lot better. That happened like 7 years ago. I spent a lot of time in mental treatment, and I kept checking with my psychiatrist the next year. She's an angel. I owe her my life as well. I kind of miss her now for that. I'm away. That is really heavy to hear. I'm really sorry if I shocked you too much with that story. I kind of needed to vent out a little right now. I'm sorry, Chief. Well, I think I'm really surprised to hear it. But if that helps you, I'm glad. Yep, it helps. Thanks, Magnus. You are a good friend. And you returned to the police force after your recovery. Oh no, not right away at least. They wouldn't have allowed me to return in that mental state. I didn't even try to get back. My brother came to live with me, and it became the main source of income. Some weeks after I ended my therapy, I joined the mill force. What? I became a middleman. I spent almost 4 years in that job. Really? Yep. I might have to tell you about that time one of these days. And how did you return to be a cop? Well, I was doing well with my new job, but I started to miss being a police. I talked again with the current police chief. That used to be my deputy chief. And after they saw I was doing very well mentally, they accepted me back. I spent a couple of years doing only administrative duties. My experience as a police chief for 10 years was very helpful for them in my new role. Then the police chief called me to his office. A governor was calling him, offering him the chief position in the big city of this state. He was happy where he was, so he wasn't going to accept the offer. But he suggested me as a candidate. The governor took some days to consider the idea, and he called back to ask me to talk to him. He made me the same offer. I took myself some days to consider it with my brother. Harry told me to take it. I was worried about being alone again, would have affected me again, but Harry said he was going to quit his job and come with me. I wasn't very happy with him quitting his job, but he encouraged me a lot to come here. He was very excited to come to Kinoff. So I took the job. And so far, I must say it had been a great idea. But I might not stay here too much. Why not? Once I gather enough money, I want to go and look for my boys. Didn't know what happened to them, and to reconnect with them. I would have loved to, but they might not want the same, and I'm assuming they won't. And I will respect their decision. I just want to know if they are fine, because I don't even know if they are alive. I know it sounds awful to consider that they might not be alive anymore, but after what happened to me, I can't take that thought out of my head. And what would happen afterwards if you find your sons are okay? I'll just keep on living as good as I can, as long as life makes me to. Have a place beside my wife's grave ready and waiting for me. Just before getting in there, at her side, I need to be sure that our boys are doing well. Otherwise, she might stare at me for the rest of my eternity with the same angry look she used to give me whenever I did something she asked me to do. Even angry, she looked beautiful, but I prefer to look at her smiling in the afterlife. He ended that in a nice and funny way, but those are pretty dark thoughts, Chief. Yeah, of course they are. I'm so carry that dark inside me that made me get the idea to commit, if you know what. The only thing I can do now is fight it the best way I can. But don't worry about it. I've been doing well these last years. Good. I haven't needed to take a single pill in the last 4 years. That's a huge success for me. Yeah, dude. Congrats. Sure. And to have new good friends like you who I can trust enough to tell all these things, it makes the weight lighter. So thank you for listening, Magnus. No problem, Chief. I can't imagine something worse than that. I can, because I went through it. What is it? The death of my wife. Oh, and still, that wasn't the worst one. For so many years, I realized I lived something even worse. What was it? Telling my sons their mother died. What? I had just watched my wife die in hours before that moment. But when I told my sons about it, it was like watching them die too. Something inside them died that day. Andrew, Bill, and Euless started to cry immediately. I carried Bear and Euless in my arms. Tom, I remember, remained calm, hugged Andrew. It was a long night. Finally, 3 of my sons fell asleep. Tom was still awake. He hadn't cried so far. He just went to his room without talking. I approached to the door of his room, and I was about to knock when I heard him. He was crying even louder than his younger brothers. He remained calm to help his brothers calm too. But when he was alone, he broke. I didn't knock his door. Hearing him cry, my big boy crying. I couldn't. I broke too. Started to cry too. So emotional. Those are the worst moments of my life. Shit. Fucking night. I think I've stayed here too long. Chief, I have a question. What is it? If you end up talking again with your sons, would you tell them what happened to you about your days of mental therapy? What you were almost about to do? I think they should know it. No, I won't. They don't need to know about it, ever. You shouldn't feel ashamed for that, Chief. It's not that. I don't want to use the mental problems I had to gain back their affection, to use them to make my sons accept me back to their lives. If I can get a chance to recover the bond between father and son that I've had with each one of them, I want to earn it myself. I don't want to use a cheat like pittiness. I think we can go now. Mental and social services should have ended by now. Let's go. Yes. Damn, dude, that was really hard recording, man. Ah, fuck, yes. I didn't want this to happen. A message notification from Tony's phone. What now? It's from Nick. Yes, I have something urgent to tell you. Come to Bill's house. Hurry up, please. Right now, shit. Maybe I should tell my brothers about this. Coming. Hey, Bill, is Julie here? No, he hasn't come yet. You got the same message I got, right? About some urgent show us? Yes, I did. Why did he want us to come to your house? Why not his? I asked him, he said he didn't. I needed to hear what he found. That it was something only for us. It's strange. Very strange. There he is. Maybe Tommy. Okay, Andrew, I'm glad you're here too already. What does it matter? Yeah, what was the urgent thing you want to show us? I think he wants to wait for Tom. Yeah, he wants to wait for Tom. I get it. Where is Tommy? He's not here yet. Maybe better that way. Why? Found out something horrible. What do you mean? I was at the salon. I didn't got any client this afternoon, so I started to do some research to entertain myself. Yeah? I searched for Dad on the web. I found some old news articles that got me really worried. What do they say? Something about Dad leaving the police force due to mental problems. Oh, damn it. What? Do those articles are published recently or not? What? No, I told you they were old. They were published like 7 years ago. And that's not all. Other articles said Dad was under investigation by the Federal Department of Investigation. Oh shit. It's very serious. Why Dad was under investigation? because they thought he might have committed what? Murder. What? Are you serious? But what? Who did they thought he murdered? What the hell? What? They thought Dad killed us? Package for Steve Lebson. Right now, it's very late. I thought it was Tommy. Why would Steve have to send his stuff here? You two calm down. We'll talk about this. So let me get that package. Sorry for the hour, sir. Package 4. Bill? Uncle Harry, what are you doing here? How'd you find out? What do you mean? I'm just doing my job. You're a delivery man now? Yes, I am. What's the matter, Bill? Uncle Harry, what are you doing here? How'd you find us? Shut up, Andrew. Sorry. You're not quite original, are you? I'm just delivering this package to Steve. Is he here? What? How do you know Steve? Wait, I better don't want to know. I'll talk with him later. Uncle Harry, Nick, you are here too. Yes, I am. Uncle Harry, is this true? It's true that Dad went to a mental hospital? Is it true that the Federal Department of Investigation thought Dad committed murder? What? How do you know all that? Who told you? Wait, is that all true? It can't be true, is it? Yes, it is. Assholes. Sorry. How did you find out? I saw some old newspapers scanned on the web. Really? Shit. Now I know how Ben ended up knowing about that. Well, I was here just to deliver this package. Could you sign this paper, please? I need to go. What? No, you can't go now. You have to tell us the truth. Oh, what? My dad at the mental hospital. Why he was a suspect of murder? Because y'all fuckers ran, dude. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Just had an emotional day today. What the hell? Well, the 4 rhinos that used to live with their dad suddenly disappeared that quick. Neighbors might have started making fake conclusions. Even more after they found out that your dad had to go to mental therapy. These assholes called the FBI, and we had to do a lot to clean your dad's name for those forsaken accusations. Those fake accusations. You mean they thought Dad killed us? Yeah, they did. Those bastards made your dad's life a lot worse when he was in such a weak mental state. I hate them, and I was so happy to get away from them. But why Dad had to go to the mental hospital? You really know why? The 3 brothers said yeah. Same time, like, sure. Dad almost... Dad was almost about to take his own life. Yeah, what? Can't be serious. What? Why would they do that? Tell you the truth. He was very, very bad psychologically. James, your dad's best friend, called me one day very worried. He told me your dad got worse and worse as weeks passed by. In the last days before I arrived, James wasn't able to contact your dad. We both were sure your dad wasn't able to have such horrible ideas like take his own life. But we were wrong. Very wrong. I don't dare to imagine what happened. Imagine what would have happened if I hadn't traveled to see whether Sam was okay. The first sessions with the psychiatrist, it came pretty clear that he was almost about to take that step. He confessed to me he was thinking about it. Must be Tommy. Hey, big bro. Hey, Bill. How are you? I got a message from Dick to come here. He said he has something really serious to tell us. Uncle Harry, Tommy, what are you doing here? Calm down. Just a coincidence. Is it true? It's true almost Dad took his own life. How? How do you know that? Did any of you tell him right now? No. Spying on Dad. I heard that Dad told him what happened to Magnus. Then you know what happened because you 4 abandoned him. I didn't know this was going to happen. We have to leave there because we thought he was not okay with us back then. I'm still not sure if my dad hates me because I'm gay. Shut the fuck up about that, dude. If you hate us for, you must be fucking kidding me. Yeah, goddamn, dude. Nuts. You're an idiot. You're a big fucking idiot. Just look at me. I came out as gay when I was a teenager. Your Aunt Morgan and your Uncle Berners mocked me since then because of that. Parents weren't sure about how to deal with me. Your father accepted me. Samson still loved me. Even after it came out, he still does. He was very supportive of me. And it's been for so many years. He still is to this day. I was always welcome to his home, and for that I'm really grateful with him. I can't be sure that I was really supportive. I was so sure I was totally okay with that. Do you know how your dad and your mom knew each other for the first time? Mom said it happened in parade. Yeah, gay parade. What? I was 15 years old. I really wanted to go on that parade. Samson was the only one who went with me. He brought a gay flag for me. They encouraged me to join. I still remember it. Across the boat, and I started to walk with those people parading there. I smiled because it was my first time showing my pride for who I was. Then I looked back and saw your dad smiling at me, being happy for me. But that just lasted a couple seconds because a female rhino with pink hair bumped into him. And 1 year after that, your dad dropped a huge bomb when he told me that his girlfriend, the same female rhino with pink hair, is pregnant. Wow, that's amazing. Parents never told us those details. It's funny and a cute story. Before gay. I'm bisexual. Okay. Fuck Bill. My apologies. 3 of you are gay and 1 is bisexual. And the 4 of you were born because your dad went with his little brother to gay parade and your mom also attended to support his older sister. Basically, you owe your life to the LGBTQ plus pride. You're welcome. And Vivian's a lesbian? Yeah, I like her a lot. She was a badass and awesome back then, and I hope she still is. Is that enough for you, Tommy? Tommy remained quiet, crossing those stories in such quite a different way. And what if I told you that your dad knew you were gay even before you did? So the day I can't remember well, the day of your 16th birthday. 2 things happened that day that I will never forget. The first one was he talking me with his hunch to end up being a pediatrician. Many years ago, Harry, I need to ask you something. What is it? I think that Tom might be gay. Why do you say that? I know it. Someone feels the same like you when you were growing up together. It might be a conclusion too soon. He's still growing. He is still discovering who he is. And would it be a problem if he ended up being gay? Nope, of course not. Then I will love him no matter what he decides to do with his life. Just like I never stopped loving you after you came out. For you, the best brother. Oh shit, sorry. Best brother ever, and you're a great father to Tom too. Try. What do you want to ask me about this? If Tom ends up coming out, could you help him, guide him, show him how to love himself, just as he is? Guide him? That sounds a bit strange. It's not a manual of how to be gay or subject. Hey, you can study in college. And there you go with your jokes. I just want to know how to help him if he wants to. You know, ask a guy to go on a date. Should I suggest him to compliment his hair, his clothes, or his face? Should I suggest him to bring flowers to him? That is the usual way with the girl, but I don't know if it works the same with the boy too. Dear, you are ready to give terrible date advice for your children like a good father should. Come on, being serious. I know, sorry. Is there anything that Tom might want to ask me about the subject? It'll be 24 hours available to him. 24 hours is exaggeration with you. You like to sleep a lot. You never answer me if I call too late, too early. But I'll for him. If you can't hear my calls at those hours, I'm sure you won't hear his calls. Of course, I hear your calls. Just ignore them. I knew it, little shit. Ah. What was the other thing that happened that day at Tommy's birthday? I noticed your mom was sick. Really sick. She was always so cheerful on your birthdays, but that day she looked so tired. She was quiet. She was not her. Years later, what's happened? I still can't believe that she's not here anymore. She brought me an ice cream after that parade. Even though we had just met, she was an angel. Look, your dad didn't get angry at you for being gay. He got angry because he had an affair with a police officer. It's a big problem. There was recordings of you two having sex at the station. It almost ended up being aired at some local TV stations. Oh, you didn't know about that detail. Yeah, your dad had to do a lot to calm the situation. I think he had the right to be angry with you. You were a police officer who was the eldest son of the chief. It was one of the worst things you could do. I know I did bad then. But if I had known that my dad knew and accepted that I was gay, I would have never thought he hated me because of that. I now understand you. But you also have to understand that your dad had to deal with a lot. He waited for you to come to terms with it. Oh, sorry, guys. He was not going to come and say to you, I know you're gay. He wanted you to find yourself. He wanted you to come out your own time when you felt sure about your feelings. But then your mom died, and that changed your father a lot. The guy can let the past a lot of things. He doesn't do well when he's alone. Not at all. And after your mom passed away, he was part alone. He had raised your brothers from that moment, and at the same time, he had to deal with the job of being a police chief. I suggest him quit the position and become an officer, lower grade, but that wasn't his style. Not at the moment. It ended up being a lot to deal with. He knew he did wrong by not telling you that he will still love you and accept you for if you were gay. I just ask you to understand why he didn't tell you that back then. The problem with your affairs in the past, it doesn't matter to him anymore. He wants to see the forward view. That's all he wants. You four don't even have to talk to him. Just a quick look from afar will be enough. And after that, I'm even sure that if you want to, he will leave the city once he knows you're all alive and fine. You don't have to answer me right now. Just think about it. You said Dad doesn't do well when he's alone. Yeah. If he leaves the city, he would be alone again, wouldn't he? No, Nick. He's not going to be alone. Wherever he goes, I'll go with him. I'm not going to let him be alone again. I'll destroy him once more. As long as I can go in this life, that's a promise I'll keep. And what if he died before him? What happened to him? I don't think life is cool enough to do that to him after it took away his wife and his children. But in any case, I'm glad he's doing lots of good friends in the city. That might take care of him some way if I'm not longer around. About Aunt Morgan and Uncle Brett, they don't care one bit about their eldest sibling, nor their littlest sibling. They only care about what they can get for themselves. They knew Samson wasn't doing good mentally and didn't spend one single moment to check on him. They even tried to take advantage of your grandpa's funeral by trying to make him give up his part of heritage. What? His funeral? Grandpa's dead? When? Can't be serious. Can't be true. You don't know about it. No. You don't even check on your grandparents all this time. No. We thought they might tell Dad where we are. Well, you don't have to worry about your granddad Rick anymore. Don't fucking dare to joke about it. Fuck you, Tommy. God damn. Calm down, Tommy. Just please tell us what happened. He has some heart problems. He spent the last days at the hospital. Cardiac arrest finally took him. When? 5 years ago. 5 years? Yeah. My grandma. She's doing fine. She's living in Morgan. Near Morgan. And at least I know she is taking good care of Mom because she did a good job with Dad. What about our other grandparents? Are they okay? As far as I know, they are alive. Mom finally haven't talked with your father in years. Your grandfather once tried to move your mom's coffin to another cemetery, but it was when your dad was in therapy, so I didn't allow them to talk to him. I had the hunch they tried to do exactly at the same time on purpose, so they don't have my best opinion. Move mom's coffin, they can do that? Yeah, they can. Yeah. But yeah, they need dad's permission to do so. Yeah, they wanted to move her so she can be buried in their own. And it's horrible. Mom and dad wanted to be buried together. I remember they said that. I remember when mom died and granddad discussed with a lot about it. They never accepted it. Finally, mom was buried in the place they brought for both of them. Yeah, I remember that too. Whatever. I have to go. I stayed here too long. I'm gonna be fired if I don't go back to the truck. Just, Bill, can you sign that you received the package? Yes, I will. Harry? Yeah. Glad to see you again. Really mean it. Glad to see you too. Thanks for taking care of your brothers. Nice to see you four are all fine. It's really a relief. Are you going to tell Dad about us? No. You have my promise. Wait. What? You're worried about his mental state. Why won't you tell him we are here in Kinoff? Because I don't want to ruin it. What? This may be last chance to get back his sons. Care, boys. Love you. Damn. Alright, guys. Yeah. God, that was dark, man. Sorry, I don't I'm trying to think of a good way to end this, but yeah, that was heavy. Very emotional, and sorry about that. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. Whatever. I'll see you guys soon. Man, this game is really fucking good. I highly recommend checking out you guys self if you get a chance to, or keep watching if you want. But yeah, thank you guys a lot. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for subscribing. Seriously. Big Wolf. See you next one. Later. Bye.